Well, they would.
Hey, y'all, it's me and
Gerald, what up, y'all? The baddest bloke. What's up, y'all?
God, they've been lying to us on this GPS, man. We're supposed to be home since what, 7 something? Now it's saying we're gonna get back at 8:04. And I'm like, by the time I get back into the house, I'll be like, I'm going to bed and forget these people. Yeah, we went and got some food. Look, and it started raining. It's nice and cool out here. And listen to this. Have been back over here. Yeah. Right. He been giving the praise all to the
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. The Bible say give credit where credit is due.
He been we've been because I've been having a sourpuss face and just mad and don't want to hear what he got to say. Cause I'm like, that prosecution suck. Because let me tell you why. Because they didn't give the whole story. They didn't give both sides. But I understand they have to give their side. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, they fit everything into the. I saw the whole RICO.
No, I did not see. No, I did not say that, y'all. I ain't say that. I'm just saying that the prosecution showed the charges, laid out what the jury would have to consider in order for the element to be reached for the specific charge. And what they did was they laid out every charge or every act for a RICO, and they gave every element that the prosecution must prove, in order to find him guilty on that. And so they found the evidence, they used the evidence, and they marked off every element of the evidence that they had. And I just felt like the way they did that, it's like the jury wouldn't have to do any work when they get into the deliberation. Well, that's all I said.
Okay. And I'm saying wait till the defense comes tomorrow. Then you can make your argument. But listen, I didn't come on here to tell you how bad the defense got chopped up. I came on to tell you about the people in the courtroom, the children. No, they didn't. They dropped. Oh my God. Okay, we're not talking about dropping charges, Charlene. Let's stay focused, y'all. Let's stay focused. Let's stay on one thing at a time. I'm talking about the courtroom right now. Okay, all right, y'all. Stay focused. Let's stay focused. Okay. Now, I am going to talk about everybody that was in the courtroom, how chaotic it was. What the lady did to her face. Oh, why y'all asking questions like that? This is not, you're getting a call coming in. Listen, people, listen, Linda, listen.
Hey, sis, I'm gonna call you in like 10 minutes. We on live, and this traffic is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna call you back. Okay.
Listen, Linda. Okay, y'all, we're gonna stay focused. Let me just tell y'all, because I came in here to tell y'all the scoop was who was in where and who was that. Because if I'm not gonna read y'all messages now. Why are you reading the chat?
Well, I would just get the read.
You see.
Where the moderators at? Pack them up.
You see that, right?
Yeah.
You see that, right? They're talking about why you reading the chat, and if I don't read the chat, oh, why you being rude? Why you ignoring me? You damn if you do and damn if you don't with these people, man. Oh, let me just mind my business. Right. Let me go here and get my little notebook here, read my notes. Yeah, I got a lot of notes today. Okay, now listen to this, y'all. Diddy came in with his baby blue sweater on, white shirt, and gray pants. At one point, his pants was he was mooning us, and the marshal came up to him and said, "Hey, pull up your pants." So he pulled up his pants. I ain't seen no freak off crack. I didn't see no freak off crack. I didn't see no freak off. What is wrong with this dude? What is wrong with him?
That'd be you, Miss Philly. You want something about the moon? We ain't know nothing about the moon until you said.
Oh, it's too much. Oh God, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Okay, let's get it. Okay. All right. Him and Steele stood up, waiting for the jury to come in, and that's how I knew with the crack going on, because him and Steele was the only one standing up while we all sitting down. That's when the marshal came over to him and said, "Hey, pull up your pants." All right. Okay, so the prosecutor came up. First of all, she didn't even say greet the
introduce herself.
She didn't introduce herself to the jury and greet them, thank them for their time. She didn't do none of that. I wonder why. But that was a little hiccup I saw on her part, right? And then of course, her boss, Maureen Comey, was like trying to tell her what to do while she was in there, and that's kind of distracted.
Oh, where?
Yeah, she was trying to, she was being a boss. You know what I mean? Maybe she's trying to get.
Saw that.
Yeah, she was kind of trying to. She kind of remind you of Love sometimes. Remember how Love was doing that to Simone? Oh, yeah. Remember that, y'all? How Love was trying to tell Simone what to do while Simone was talking and passing her notes and stuff like that. That's what I saw Maureen doing to the other one.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
We could see that on the monitor. I couldn't. Wow. That's crazy.
Someone said, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. My bank account looking, I could use a F. She said she could use a freak off right now.
Listen, I want to see what the freak off look like, because I want to see what positions they was in for 4 days and all these hours and stuff.
Not the freak off.
They was a missionary for 4 days.
Oh my God, y'all are so silly. Okay. Let's get. Y'all so silly. Okay, let me finish. Okay, this is not a comedy show. We were supposed to be talking real stuff here, not comedy. All right, let's get back to the thing. Okay, so when she came up there, the first thing she do is put the freaking video on, and she didn't play it. She put it on a freeze frame, and the first thing you see is Diddy dragging Cassie. That's that picture they put up. They put up that picture to grab the attention of the jurors. I'm like, oh Lord, it's a done deal here. So, okay. So, while she's on the ground, you see him, it's a freeze frame of him dragging her. Okay. She kept that on there for a few minutes while she started bringing up the elements and what Rico is, or blah, 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 blah. Y'all could get that from the transcript, because I am not going to go through all of that, because y'all probably been watching and all these different content creators anyway. And I just want to do something different from everybody else so I could be unique, okay? I'm going to tell you what's going on in court. Of course, okay. Yeah. Now, the jurors. In the beginning, there's 2 jurors on the end that was writing. They're the 2 Caucasian guys. They writing, right? And it seemed like they're writing everything that's dropping out of her mouth. They're writing, right? And then I saw one of the jurors had a smirk on her face. And I think it was during the time when she mentioned something about Jane. She had a smirk. I don't know what the smirk was for, but she had a smirk on her face, right? There was 3 jurors that didn't write anything. The other jurors were writing in and out, but there was three jurors who just sat there, didn't do anything, right? And so I was like, what is that all about? Why that one's not writing? And so I guess they probably got their minds made up already. I don't know whether it's for or against, but it was three jurors that was not writing. Now, guess who was in the courtroom? Diddy's nephew was in the courtroom. Little Stevie, he was in the courtroom. Wow. And then he was in the courtroom at one point, looked like he was crying because the lady that was sitting next to him was like patting him on the back like this, patting him, and then she started rubbing his back, and she was patting him, and you could see him wiping his eyes. So I did not know if what was going on with that, but I tell you, he didn't come back. After lunch, he didn't come back. He didn't come back. And one of the bodyguards, one of the bodyguards was in the courtroom. One of the bodyguard, the bodyguard, the security person, one of the security person. I won't tell you who it is, but one of them was in the courtroom. Okay. All right. So, and then all the baby mamas, with the exception of Dana, was there. Chance mom. Where? Yeah, Chance mom was there. Sarah. You saw Mishi, which is what's the name? Christian's mom. Wait a minute. Mishi, who's Mishi? Who's Mishi's mom? Who Misa? Misa, what's her Misa? Whose child is that? Even the guy that they have a lawsuit against the other guy, that artist, he was there too.
Oh, Justin. That's Justin mom.
That's Justin not Misa's Justin mom. Yeah, Misa okay, who's hot? Sarah's. Who's Sarah? Sarah's whose mom? Sarah's who's? That's Chance mom, right? Sarah's Chance mom, right? She was there, right?
Sarah's Chance mom.
Okay, Chance mom. Chance was in there, right?
So they was there to support Diddy.
Yeah, they was there to support all the baby mom was there, and even Janice's friend was there too. She was sitting in the back. Okay, all right. Now the twins. One of the twins, she was like making different faces. She had the sad face in her. I don't know which twin it was. I don't know which twin, but one of them had a sad face. She's the one that had the earring inside her ear. I don't know which one is that one because they both got earrings all around the ear, but there's one that got it like where the meat in the inside of your meat is. She was kind of sad. She was making faces. And then twins were sitting there. They were passing notes to each other. And then at one point, she passed it to her brother, Quincy, because Quincy was sitting next to the other twin. Chance was sitting in the middle of the two twins. And then the other twin that was making like sad face, she was sitting next to Janice. Right? She was sitting next to Janice. Okay, Jesse. Okay, thank you. So that she had a kind of sad face, right? At one point, the girls they kept staring at the monitor when they were showing the different images and stuff like that. They were staring at the monitor, and then at one point, all three of them turned towards their dad. They were watching their dad because they sat behind him, right? And he scooted his chair all the way back to be closer to his family, but he was like right up on the marshal. Normally he's sitting like all the way up in the front of the chair where the desk where he normally sits, but he scooted all the way back to be near the family, right? The courtroom was packed. When I tell you packed, instead of having 7 people in a row, they had 8 people and some 9 people in a row if they're all skinny. It was packed. And then they had 4 overflow rooms, y'all. 4 overflow rooms. 4 overflow rooms. Okay? And Lucci, the guy that comes out talking, well, Lucci had tapped over to Justin to show him that the artist lady had drew a picture of Diddy, and the picture was of the computer where Diddy is watching a freak off. Check their likes and lock them if you haven't. Okay. Yeah, hit the like button. Okay. Where they were watching the freak off. Okay. Now, what else? In the room while we were watching the room, I was talking to my one of my news people, and we was just tapping each other while we watching what stuff people were doing, right? Sylvia, if Diddy gets 30 years, people don't realize that the family gets 30 years. Yep, they surely will. And listen to this. Y'all, all you guys who are hoping that Diddy gets convicted for this particular crime, right? And this whole SO and I mean FO and stuff like that, there are some things that's going to set precedents that it's going to affect the whole community. You guys don't understand that. Especially because black community. You guys don't understand that. Y'all praying for his downfall, but you don't know that this is going to give the government a license to regulate and control your personal interaction and relationship. You guys don't understand that, right? Y'all hoop line, oh yeah, yeah, but it's a bigger picture than just Diddy. Oh Lord, my sister. Okay, she bought that. Y'all just don't understand. It's not sexual preference and what you do in your bedroom, it's going to affect you. And I'm not sitting here trying to, you know. Are you sitting here for a minute? Oh, we're gonna sit. Oh, trying to. Somebody said trafficking is a crime. All right, we know trafficking is a crime. Now, here's one example I'm going to give you about what I'm saying. Okay, you guys who smoke marijuana, do you know marijuana is not legal in the federal government? Do you know that? It might be legal in your state, but federally it's not legal. So this means if you puffing and you pass it to your friend, that one little puffer, that little one joint, it's distribution, okay? You gotta remember that. It's distribution because that lady laid it out today. It has nothing to do with you getting money. It's if you pass it to somebody else, and it doesn't matter about the quantity. Okay? It doesn't matter about the quantity. You are committing a federal crime. And you know what? Let me tell you why. They're going to say it's because it's interstate commerce. You know why? Because that paper that marijuana was made in might have been made in China. So it's coming from out of state. I'm just telling you guys. Y'all don't know. Y'all sitting there trying to be like, yeah, well, send him to jail. Da, da, da. But he's setting the precedence.
Yep.
He's setting the precedence, because let me tell you, they even use R. Kelly. Remember, R. Kelly set his precedence for him to be the only one to be convicted and the only one charged for the RICO. See, now they used him. They kept referring him in this case. You said, Sylvia, oh my God, are you okay, Miss Sylvia? Mm-hmm. Why they asking me, am I okay?
I don't know. Maybe they not okay. I just feel like
I ain't on nobody's side. This will be up to the jury.
When I look at sex trafficking, I look at it like these foreigners and people coming over here that don't have nowhere to go. They don't have no jobs, ain't got nothing, and people are using them, as freaks and just, trafficking them. But when you willing and you coming over, that's just like if you in a relationship with somebody, you don't like what they do. You don't like that they smoke. You don't like that they not clean. Why are you going to stay there? You going to keep dealing with that mess. Obviously you like it. I just feel like they had an opportunity to leave and they didn't want to leave. But because he was Diddy and because he had money, because he was gifting them and doing all that stuff, they was willing to put up with that and keep doing that because they knew he was a liar. He kept saying he was going to do this and then it was something else, but y'all kept going back. And because regular people, they would have just walked out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They would have just walked out. I ain't with this. And then you take the time to text somebody and say, I'm tired of you treating me like this. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of the hotel nights. I don't want to do that. My body is worn and all of this stuff. But yet you still is with it. You don't like it, but this is what he does, and you still there. You could have left. You could have left. You could have been like, yo, I don't like the way you treat me. I don't like the way that these freak offs going. I want to spend time with you. If I can't get that, I'm out, or bounce. And then if he would have been like, yeah, don't worry about that. I ain't gonna do it no more. And he did it again, you just took off. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I feel about it. You cannot ignore that they were willing participants, period. And I think the jury knows that, That's all I got to say. Yes, we know sex trafficking is real, but these are not real sex trafficking victims. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion.
The real trafficking, they can't live. They sold off.
Exactly. Yeah. These people can live. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. This is an assault to real sex traffic victims. The government should be spending their money on real sex traffic victims, not people who are in relationships. When you are in relationships with people, your boyfriend, your girlfriend gonna pay your phone bill. They gonna pay your light bill. They gonna buy you shoes and buy you clothes. They gonna do all of this stuff. So why are we acting like because he did this, that he was using it as leverage for freak offs? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't know. I'm just too.
She's talking $100,000 a year. You out of 3 years, you feel like $100,000 per year is enough for your trauma. That just shows that y'all want money. And then you have a child. Why are you depending on a man to pay your rent?
And then my thing is like the agreement that y'all had an agreement. He said, remember the thing? He said, I'm on my job. You do your job. It was an agreement. You agreed to do these freak offs.
Yeah.
Now, why can't he take it? If you don't do the freak off, I'm not agreeing with what the agreement was. But if you not doing the freak off, you want me to still pay your rent. It's so one-sided, y'all.
And then you have people that do polyamorous. You have people that have 5 women, 5 men, or whatever. And it's like, yo, I'm in a relationship with somebody that loves doing these freaky ass kink offs girl, I'm with this nigga Diddy. He loved them 30, 40 hours freak offs and stuff. That's the man you with. You might be with a man that love bringing another person in the bedroom and y'all pay them. Is that trafficking or is that just our personal sex life?
Now I totally disagree with him beating that girl up. He should go to jail for that.
He should definitely go to jail.
Yeah, he could go to jail for that.
Yeah.
But this other stuff,
he ain't charged with that though.
And then the drug trafficking, I'm like, what? Drug trafficking? This man was a junkie. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the heck?
And you know another reason why they ain't charging with the being part is because they don't carry no time. So they needed to tie into something that's
federal.
Would inflame the jury to make them so enraged and make them so mad that they be like, you know what? But
ain't nobody acting like he done nothing wrong, Joanne. We're going by what the crime. He should be doing. They should charge him for the crime that he actually did. I don't think he did no sex trafficking.
No,
because it was an agreement.
Yeah. You got to charge people. See, one thing you want to do, let me say this to y'all.
He was pimping them. No, he wasn't pimping them. He like watching his whatever nasty stuff going on, right? Exactly. And then he went and had sex with them too. Now, if you're pimping, you ain't gonna go pimp and have sex with your prostitute. No. He was just trying to get some of his rocks off before he did it's nasty. But
wait, what somebody said? Wait. Somebody said, no, y'all act like he's done nothing wrong. Y'all don't care about the girl being beautiful. Oh no, we care about that. I just feel like I don't know.
Junkie or no junkie, he paid that for that drug to get there. That's true.
All right, well, girl, go live on your page and tell the people your side of the story because listen, these are not real victims. I have seen cover real cases where you have real traffic victims. You don't have them say, "Oh, I love you," or "I'm on my knees thanking God for our friendship." Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
They are people who have no voice.
Oh, no. Hey, stop cussing in my Joel Coleman. Stop cussing in my thing.
Yeah, they was participants. You cannot ignore that.
Stop cussing.
Exactly. They are unindicted co-conspirators. And then again, what I was gonna say is that I have seen prosecutors in my experience of covering criminal trials and covering cases where prosecutors succumb to public pressure and they charge people with charges that they know a jury is not going to find them guilty on, but they want to get the heat off of them, so they have to file charges so y'all will leave them alone. And then if the jury don't find them guilty or whatever, they don't have to take the heat no more. They did their part as filing charges, but you got to make sure you hit people with the right charges so you can get a conviction. Don't be coming up with these fake charges. I just think this stuff is wrong. And just go get a notepad and go look at all the black men who are being targeted by the government, and just look at how many of them. Then they just sued Justin and Diddy today. Saying that Justin allegedly lured a woman to where LA under
for work or something.
For work. I don't know.
Okay, so I was on someone else's page and they said, you're telling me Diddy is this big kingpin and has a criminal organization, all to have sex with his lady. I'm not being charged properly. He's not. But I'm saying, but that's the way the government is doing. I mean, it is what it is, y'all. That's what we could do anything now. We're gonna go get arrested when they're ready to come and get us, especially when you get a big amount of money.
And listen, like I said, go to OnlyFans. Go on Twitter right now.
Tell them about the OnlyFans. Listen to this. Listen, y'all.
Oh, if you go on Twitter right now, they got pornography all over Twitter. All those people do is collaborations. They pay each other to come out of town and go to their city to have sex. The government need to be spending their money trying to investigate them as well. Stop just coming after black people. Y'all already owe us reparations. Now y'all trying to take what we worked hard for. What these men have worked hard for. I'm just saying.
We need to go get out. Government needs to get all those white men that raped our ancestors and go get them too. Exactly. What about that? How about that? They sex traffic our ancestors. Yeah. Don't get me started now.
It's sad. It's sad.
It's getting on my nerve, y'all. I'm home now. I'm mad, and I ain't gonna take it no more. Yeah. And listen, I'm not a Diddy fan. I'm not, but fair is fair. Yeah. Right charges should be charged. The right charge. Go after all those people. I'm getting ready to do some white cases. I'm gonna see what the outcome come of those. And
I felt like today. I felt like I'm in the middle. Like, I'm not a biased reporter. I try to report both sides. I did kind of feel like that the prosecution did their job. You know what I'm saying? They did their job. No, you're fine. I feel like they did their job. And the only thing because to me, it was like, dang, man, nobody that Diddy was having set up some of this stuff was non-employees. It was, you know what I'm saying? Then the fact that they had the Eddie guy, sign an NDA on his official letterhead of his business, I was like, dang, man, it just,
because he didn't really not think he was doing something illegal when he was trying to get the tape. He's trying to cover up his reputation. He want no folks know that he rubbed men's sperm on his chest.
No, I'm talking about the video.
Yeah. The beating video. Oh, the beating. Oh, sorry. Okay, my bad.
No, yeah. He with the 100 stacks and all that stuff, and he told Diddy, Diddy told him don't spend much of it, because I get him on that. Ain't no hotel workers making $100,000. So if you put that all in the bank, or if you spend it, they're gonna question you. Where you get the money from? Do you have receipts? Like, you can't even go and deposit 10 stacks without it sending an alert.
Somebody said, whatever happened to Robert Kraft when he was in the message spot? That what happened to the recent? Thank you, Abercrombie and Finch. Yes, nothing happening to them. Nothing. Right? But let me see, you see all the news people out there trying to tear down this black man. And I don't care what nobody said. I'm going to stick for my own people. If y'all don't, that's on you. I'm going to stick for my people. I'm not sticking for him doing wrong and beating that girl up. No. But as far as him being rich and you coming after him, that's wrong. Yeah. Go after all the other ones. And I showed y'all 71 white men who have committed crime have not been charged. The only thing they do is get their job taken away, or they just move someplace else, and that's it.
Yeah. But to see how Diddy had a core business like that, it's amazing to see a black man, successful with these companies and stuff like that. And I just say to all people, we can't put ourselves in positions to have to go through this. You know what I'm saying? We just got to. I said last time I got out of jail, I said, Lord, I ain't going. I said, I'm not gonna say I'm not going back to jail. I said, I'm not gonna put myself in a situation again to go back. You understand what I'm saying? But these people up here down at this courthouse, they make you want to hit them upside the head.
There's some, Kevin Spacey never got prosecuted. Hell it, Agrafino's doing closing tomorrow. Yes.
You call him Agafino.
I call him all kind of names. I be messing up people's name. What's his name?
I think it's Agna. What is it?
No, you say it.
Agnafilo?
Agnafilo.
I guess.
I like the way I say it better.
He beat her up 20 years ago. She didn't fight back. Right, she would do what my mama did, grab a knife and stab that nigga in the skewers. Got him right in the neck.
Oop. Spacey was found not guilty. Yeah, he was found not guilty. All his defense team gonna contribute to closing, but Mark gonna deliver. Yep. Didn't Harvey Weinstein get convicted? And they he got. Well, hold on. He didn't get convicted for all of it. For one, he was found not guilty. Second one, he got the lesser charge. He got convicted for that. And then the third one, there was a hung jury. That's what happened, Foxy. He didn't get convicted. All of it. They retried him.
Yeah,
you're right, Jack. You're right, Jackpot. This is America. You can't be caught slipping. You know, Diddy, no matter how much money you make, you're still a black man. Don't forget that. You're still a black man in America. You can't do what they do.
And they letting you know that you a black man because they got 6 white prosecutors. All female.
White women. And you know, ask Emmett. That white woman lied on him, and you see what happened. No justice.
Mm-hmm. Well, who told you he ain't coming home? Because the jury ain't even started delivering.
Oh, I think she's talking about talking about what that old man name. Weinstein. I think she's talking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they done packed him up and sent him up the street, Foxy.
Okay, y'all, we gotta go. I gotta go because I just wanted to come on tonight. They said the prosecutor was monotone born. Angel, it was. I was trying to tell them what was going on inside the courtroom. Those girls knew nothing about this mess until they met Diddy.
Diddy was wrong for not messing with no black women.
Wait a minute. She said those girls. You said the 35-year-old didn't know nothing about this? That 35-year-old woman didn't know nothing about. Oh, stop lying. She was with 50. Oh, let me shut up. Let me mind my business. Oh, whoa! I almost let the cat out the bag. Whoa, never mind. Whoa, it's time for me to get off this live now because I'm gonna say the wrong thing. You been on the wrong channel? Oh, you're on the other side.
Gina and Cassie.
You said Gina and Cassie didn't know nothing
about no black women. Like
you said Gina and Cassie didn't know nothing about that. You said Gina, they about to get dragged.
I'm really ready for Agnafino.
He did mess with black women, but they wasn't having it.
His sister said he respected his black. Oh, okay. Yeah. But I feel like they wouldn't have did him like this. They'll shut up for a bit.
She's been exposed, Sylvia. Private person, stop trying writing Chinese. We don't know that. We don't know that language right now.
Somebody translate it.
Translate it for me, please. Private personal, please translate. I don't know. Jane was another celebrity housing. Doing freak off.
And why the prosecution tried to lay that case out for Mia like that? Mia was having sex with Cassie behind. Mia was having sex with Diddy behind Cassie's back.
And they try to make it. Oh, they try to make it to he. Let me shut up.
Why you ain't tell Cassie that you was sleeping with her man and trying to make it seem like that he R'd you? No. Even the way they was saying that she was at his house, right? Sleep. The person was just at your house sleep, and you just came in there. Come on now. I don't believe that. I believe they was messing around. She liked the Diddy, and they was tangling. They said y'all two acting up.
We gotta act up. I have to do a little bit different since everybody getting all the accolades and the numbers, and I figure, hey, y'all don't like me like that because I told y'all I'm a defense person. Okay, until a person found guilty, they are innocent in my eye. Okay. I don't care if y'all don't agree with me, but that's supposed to be the law, and that's what I'm gonna stick with. Innocent until you're proven guilty.
B says, so Gerald, after the prosecutors today, would you vote guilty? No, because I haven't heard the defense side, and I feel like that they were willing participants. So if it was me, I would find Diddy not guilty.
Hold on, listen to this. Wow, I thought you were a Christian woman, but what did you have me full of during the young thug?
Oh, she didn't.
Wait a minute.
What
You
does that do with a
question
Christian
my
woman?
Christianity because I decided to believe the law. The Bible said for you to what?
God is a forgiving God, though. He's a merciful God.
Hello.
God can forgive Diddy. If anything Diddy feel like he has done that we don't know about, he can get on his knees and ask God to forgive him. Repent and ask God to have mercy on your soul, and God's going to forgive him. So if she wants to be a defense person, she can be a defense person, because part of Christianity is giving people grace and forgiving them.
Hallelujah.
I mean, I'm just
Amen.
saying.
Grace and mercy. And let me tell you something.
Just saying.
God will forgive anybody for anything.
We may not forgive them, but God will.
She don't talk about my Christianity because I believe this man is innocent until proven guilty. What?
That's crazy.
What?
And God can give Diddy, even if he did something wrong, God can say, you know what, I'm gonna give you a whole full slate because me and you had a conversation, and I'm gonna sway this jury to find you not guilty.
Wait a minute, she hadn't read the Bible because they were murderers. God used a murderer.
Peter
God
was a cusser.
He used all kinds of sinful
He had a ram in the bush.
It sure did.
Where the ram come from?
Hello. Hey. I'm
just saying.
I digress.
I'm just saying. We all do stuff.
Don't come at me with that you're supposed to be a Christian woman. Get off my freaking page then. If you don't feel I'm a Christian woman, get off my page. Damn it. Get off my page. David was adulterer. That's right. Get off my page. You ain't gotta stay here. You could get off my page.
Mm-hmm. So not guilty on prostitution. On what prostitution? To me, personally, I feel like that you got to get the bag anyway. How? So if you want to do escort services and you want to make money that way, if you feel like you want to, pussy pop on a handstand, pee pop on a trash can for 100 stacks, and somebody want to fly you out, then what's wrong with that? Get money. We all get money illegal ways sometimes. Why y'all hate because people want to get money? You could give me $100,000 to tell how to video.
The Bible said money.
Yep, and it says the love of money is the root to all evil. But money answers all things. And I just feel like that if you render a service.
Pamela says it's still illegal to pay for that. Not in Vegas. It's not illegal.
It's still illegal, but it sounds like they mad.
Prostitution is okay in Vegas, y'all. Did y'all know that? Vegas allows prostitution, okay? And if you go out of the country, in Amsterdam, they sell that stuff. Mm-hmm. For real. I was shocked when I went to Paris. Yeah. They had an actual spot for you to buy prostitute.
No, I'm not gonna meet Diddy talking like that because I don't do the stuff that Diddy is alleged to have you doing.
Oh, really?
I'm just giving my honest opinion.
Somebody said I'm not a Christian.
Because how you gonna just charge Diddy when everybody know what they're doing is wrong? If you want to say that this is illegal, then the escorts knew them advertising services for freak offs were illegal. They knew it was illegal. Why are y'all acting like, not y'all, but I'm just saying, why are people acting like that? They don't know it's illegal. We know this is illegal, but people do it to make money. Oh, did he want us to come there? Oh, okay, woo. That's what they do. They be actually drop where I'm from. They drop cards for escort services, put them on your car.
Yeah, what y'all? Let me tell y'all talking about certain things illegal. Go to the internet. There's a whole bunch of those stuff going on here. Prostitution on the internet. Mm-hmm. And they call it what? OnlyFans.
That's what I'm saying, McCain. I just said that. He must just came in there because I just talked about swinging and poly. Mm-hmm. I just said that. I mean, if you want to be a parking lot lizard, that's your body. That's your body. You know what I'm saying? Even when Cassie, with the Bean video, they asked her if she want to call the police. No. Why? You could tell the police, okay.
Look, he said Pornhub is no different.
Thank you.
Hey, hello.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God!
Are you hanging with Abomination? and agreeing with the
But she
double
don't even know if
doctrine.
the stuff that's being said is really. I mean, how do you know that?
Be gone, people. Be gone. Listen.
Block. Yeah, you should block her. 'Cause she's a.
Oh, this one right
Yeah,
there.
don't call yourself no Chris. Look, yeah, she a witch. Yep.
Why? You know, I banned her before. She came back again. What the heck she's doing? Why she keep coming making pages? Yeah, I'm about to bounce because I'm gonna get out this car now because I'm about to be saying some stuff that's not Christian
I
like.
was just about to say that.
About to be Christian
Y'all
like.
say we ain't no Christian. She got to get off so she don't show y'all that.
I'm about to be. Some of y'all getting on my nerve. I'm about to get off later.
We try to crucify our flesh daily, but it's hard. It's hard. It's hard.
You know, after I see some of these messages, I'll be like, oh, Lord, let me just get off this live. Because then they'll be like, Miss Sylvia, I can't believe you said that. I'm going to get off this live right now. I'm going to get off.
I had to go ahead and tell I had to go ahead and tell Miss Sylvia, let's just go live. I said, Miss Sylvia, you going live tonight? She said, yeah. I said,
I got to get off.
I said, you go get in that bed. I said, you go get in that bed and turn.
I feel the pressure rising right now. I feel the pressure rising.
Oh, my gosh.
Comedy show is over with. I gotta get off.
Up. Y'all don't
I gotta get off. She said, "Nah, don't get off."
Yeah, we gotta
I gotta get off.
We gotta go get us some rest, and so we can.
What I think the outcome is gonna be?
Court is 9 tomorrow.
Are you Miss Billy? I gotta get off. I gotta get off. Y'all can't take it. Because when I start seeing some of these messages,
I'm telling you, that's why I eat them up on my page. Because I'm gonna eat you up and pack you up. I'm gonna pack you up when I get done. Listen to this roast. You gotta go.
Barbie, thank you, y'all. I appreciate it because I gotta get off. I really do. I need to get off. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. You guys have a great night. We'll have our praise and worship on TikTok tomorrow morning. We're gonna be praise and worship. Well, I can play some praise.
I think the verdict gonna be in. You think the jury gonna get the verdict?
No, they're not gonna get the case tomorrow. They're gonna get it Monday, because the way these long-winded people, man.
Well, and the fellow say he ain't gonna need more than 3 hours.
Oh, he's well. Maureen's coming up after him.
Oh, she gonna do it 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour gonna be 2 hours, and then the judge gonna be reading. Oh, we're gonna come back out afterwards, and we're gonna do the what do you call it?
He should do Saturday court.
Saturday court. You really gonna get a guilty verdict then?
No, I would be like, man, let's go on ahead and get it over with, y'all. Let's all right, not guilty. It would be so funny if they do get that case to come out in 2 seconds.
Not guilty. They gonna be like, what did y'all do?
They ain't gonna deliberate it wrong, because this is not it's not a big case like that where you got to think it's an easy case.
It is. But I'm telling you, it might be a hung jury, like you said. Did you say a hung jury? Somebody said it was going to be a hung jury.
I don't think it's going to be a hung jury. If it might be, I don't know.
But I'm going to tell you something. They did not budge when they were talking about Jane. Those jurors was just looking like they ain't writing not one note. I'm like, but there's wait, hold on, let me correct that. There's 2 little guys all the way at the end. They were writing notes. Now, my lady, the grandma lady, that lady was just like this. She's like this. She's like, She's like, no. She's like,
What if we was on the jury together? Oh my God,
man!
You already know she voted not guilty.
I've been not guilty from the beginning. I don't care evidence. I don't care no evidence. I don't care what it is. It'd be like not guilty, not guilty. I'll be like not guilty. Listen. Wrong charge. You wasted my time. Let me get off this stand right here. Who didn't take notes? Who didn't take notes? I can't tell y'all, because then the person probably these people right watching my channel, and they be like, oh, why is she telling on me? I ain't telling. Snitches get stitches.
She was like nasty McNugget. And you know what? She kept her head down reading the paper. She wasn't even look. Was she looking up at the jury? I couldn't tell she was looking up, connected with him. She just kept her head down reading the script.
I'm telling you, she
ain't have no. She ain't thank them for their time. She ain't say we're sorry that we took you away from your families and you had to come here every morning.
But she did say something to them at the end.
What she said?
She said thank you for your time.
Oh.
She did say something at the end. All right, guys, we gotta go now.
I have to take an hour extra of their time.
Why are we even dealing with snitches?
Listen, if I was working at the Intercontinental Hotel and you told me you got 100 stikes for me to get rid of a video, I sure would have helped you get rid of it.
And I would never bring it back up.
No, they would have never seen the day of light. But see what the feds do, they like to threaten people and pressure people and tell people if you don't do this, we gonna charge you for obstruction of justice and all that stuff, man. I don't know how I want to go.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell y'all, Fed's gonna get us, every single one of us, for something. You know that, right?
Speak for yourself.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna get you for a lot of things.
What? Don't say that. I'm
just saying.
We buying that up in the name of Jesus. I'm buying it up.
I'm just saying.
I send that back to the pits of hell.
You know, like we okay. For example, y'all, you know how sometimes you get somebody else's mail, right? And you go put it back into their mailbox. That's a crime because you're going into somebody else's mailbox. That's a crime.
I thought you got to open the mail.
No. Going into their mailbox and putting the mail, like they send it to your house, and then you go back and put it inside. So you saying stealing? No, it's not stealing. You're putting it back into that. Okay, like say my sister got some mail belonged to the neighbor. Right. And then she got the mailbox. You know how we have mailbox out here. And she goes and take it and put it in the mailbox. That's against the law. Did y'all know it's against the law to go put the mailbox inside of somebody? Mail in somebody's mailbox? It is. Because you're tampering with somebody else's mail in the mailbox.
But a lot of stuff that...
See, somebody put tampering. There we go, right there. See, I told you.
And then you know another thing... It's like, how are y'all giving immunity to criminals just to go out to Diddy? And Miss Sylvia said, because they only want Diddy. Because I was like, why Christina Courtroom not charged?
Because they want Diddy.
Because they want Diddy.
They ain't get none of them. They ain't get D-Rock for selling the drug. What about the person that's fulfilling those prescription? The pharmacy. What about the pharmacy? She said, I might throw it away guilty. It's definitely, and I found that out by mistake. Because this person's like, don't put it in the mailbox. Don't do that. That's a crime. I'm like, why? It's not my mail. She says, no, just go knock on the door and give it to them. I'm like, I can't put it back in the mailbox. No, don't go in their mailbox.
Yeah, they want
it's Diddy a crime.
Money. Yeah, they want his money. But guess what? He can get more money because he's Diddy.
See, look, tampering of... See, there it is. I told y'all we commit a crime every day. So if you get somebody else's mail, do not go put it in their mailbox. Just knock on the door and give it to them. Don't go put it in the mailbox because you're committing a crime. And you don't even know it. All right, we got to go. Y'all, I love you guys. I love you guys. Got to go. Bye. Hey, bye.
Peace, y'all.
All right.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. script, the stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods in chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods in chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night.